Are we expecting, okay, let's see who this is.
The only two we were not expecting were Dan and Eddie Pike.
So Joseph should be, maybe Joseph that just came in. We have a short agenda, so we don't have to be in a hurry to get started. I hate not to start on time, but if no one has an objection, let's wait just a couple of minutes to see if Joseph comes in. We don't have a very long agenda, so it won't take us very long to go through it.
Fine with me.
That's right.
You're correct about that?
I think that's a little godsend to Joe and I.
Y'all are messing up. I've been doing agendas and dockets for 30 years. You start talking about how fast we're gonna be out of here, and we won't be out of here till 8.
Till tomorrow.
I learned a long time ago, you can't judge. You never know.
No.
You can have one case and be here 2 hours.
Did y'all get your printer fixed?
We did,
Oh,
yes,
good.
sir. It's very nice. They were very toot sweet on getting it fixed. Thank goodness.
Well, maybe Joseph is not gonna join us, so we'll just go ahead.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, you're here, okay.
Yeah,
You snuck in on us.
I'm a little sneaky that way sometimes.
Yeah, I know. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and get started then.
Okay.
Ed, if you wanna take it.
All right, guys. We'll go to the first item, which is the
We gotta call
Aldi, sorry?
Do we not, no calling the roll for this?
No, just the work session, right. We're going to deal with the Aldi's Incorporated Center, approximately 9.07 acres. It's in M1A zone. Applicant is Aldi Incorporated. The address is actually going to be changed to 1413 Beltline. So as of now, it is 1413 Glen Street, but it will be changed. The request is for the layout preliminary approval to create 2 lots of 3.26 and 5.81 acres separated by a 50-foot right-of-way. The proposed land use is a grocery store. The one Decatur future land use is community commercial, and the road typology, Beltline Road Southwest, is a principal arterial. The conditions to be met, applicant and adjacent property owner letter fees. And number 2, D, request a 50-foot easement along the southern property line for 225 feet. There's 3 points of information. Any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense. May need to post a bond for completion of public improvements of the road that will be called Aldi Way. And a current address is on Glen Street Southwest, but applicant is seeking a Beltline address.
Just to make sure everybody understands, Aldi's is building a street that will go behind the building, and that they're building it, then they will turn it over to the city once it's complete. And it's basically, if everybody's aware where the two, the large church building was, and then there was a smaller building sort of to the west a bit. That's where that street is going in there. That's what the one that's called Aldi Way is, the street that they're building. It won't be connected to anything at this time. Eventually, it could be connected to Mulligan.
Milligan. That's
yeah.
right.
So does anybody have any questions or comments on this one?
And that's on the west side of it, you said, with the street going in.
The street will be running east and west. Yeah, it'll be on the back. It'll be behind the new building that they're building.
Okay.
But if you look at where the drawing of the original buildings, it's sort of between the big building and the little building.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay?
Okay?
So now we'll go on to the next item, Indian Hills Estates. It's 27.37 acres. Current zone is Ag 1. Applicant is Pew Wright McAnally for Burning Tree Valley Associates. It's located east of Indian Hills Road Southeast at intersection with Burning Tree Valley Drive Southeast. The request is for a layout and final approval of a minor plat. The proposed, let's see, it's going to be residential, low-density residential, and the 1 Decatur street typology. Indian Hills Road Southeast is an urban collector. Burning Tree Valley Drive Southeast is a local street. There's 4 conditions to be met. 1's recording fees. 2, add plat note stating that further subdivision will be subject to city sewer ordinance. 3 is Joe Wheeler needs 20-foot easement on either side of poles along Indian Hills Road Southeast. Hello? And the 4th one is show Willow Bend right-of-way wherever possible, distance from payment per engineering approval. There's 3 points of info. Any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense. This plat was tabled from last month, and a large flow of permitting required over 12 bedrooms.
Okay, the one thing with this, you know, what is it, if you're within 400 feet of the sewer, is that what it is here? Hey, if you're, the city ordinance states if you're within 400 feet of the sewer manhole, that you have to connect to it unless the planning director waives that. And I don't know if everybody remembers from last month, but the planning department and the engineering department waived that requirement with this being large tracts. And that's what created this point of information about the large flow permitting required. So if somebody builds a huge house on one of those tracts with 12 or more bedrooms, then they have to have that large flow permit for their septic system. And one of the other notes, if it is divided any further, then they will be required to connect to the sewer. Anybody have any questions on any of that?
Okay. Then we will move on. All right, and the next is the consent agenda, and we have 3 items. The first is a certificate to consolidate. It's 3500-20. It's 2.19 acres in an M1A zone. The applicant is Gonzalez Strength and Associates for What Brands Real Estate at 1621 Beltline Road Southwest. The request is to consolidation of 2 lots of 5.57 acres and 1.61 acres into 1 lot of 2.19 acres. It is, proposed land use is commercial. The 1 Decatur future land use is community commercial. The street typology, Beltline Road Southwest is the principal arterial. Longview Drive Southwest is an urban collector. There's 4 conditions to be met. 1, need letter requesting consolidation. 2, need copy of the deed. Need recording fees. And the 4th is need signed and sealed survey. There's 2 points of information. Any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense. And D, you will contact Gonzalez Strength and Associates about grease interceptors.
This is just a straight consolidation, nothing really special about it.
Nope. Okay. The next one is certificate to consolidate 3501-20. It's 1.59 acres in an M1 zone. The applicant is Pew Wright McAnally for Mitchell Kelly and Hudson Maurice Moody. It's located at 1920 Central Parkway Southwest. The request is a consolidation of 3 lots, .48, .12, and .99 acres into 1 lot of 1.59 acres. The proposed land use is commercial. The 1 Decatur future land use is Flex Employment Center and Neighborhood Commercial. And the one Decatur street typology, Central Parkway Southwest is a minor arterial. There's 5 conditions to be met. 1, needs signed letter requesting consolidation. 2, need signed and sealed survey. 3, need recording fees. 4 is a 10-foot easement for DU poles on south property line where poles are present. Number 5 is show right-of-way for Central Parkway per engineering approval. And there's 1 point of information. Any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense.
This is the same, just a straightforward consolidation.
Okay. And the final one is a certificate to consolidate 3502-20. It's 121.34 acres, currently zoned R2 and Ag 1. The applicant is P. Wright McAnally for Peak Properties and Fred and Stacy Vengrowski. The location is 4010 Saddlehorn Bend Southwest to Central Avenue Southwest. The request adjusts lot lines of 2 lots of 119.88 and 1.46 acres into 2 lots of 118.26 and 3.08 acres. The one Decatur future land use is mixed neighborhood, and the street typology, Saddlehorn Bend Southwest is a local street, Central Avenue Southwest is a minor arterial. There's 4 conditions to be met. 1 is need signed letter requesting subdivision for all owners. 2, need signed and sealed survey. 3, need recording fees. 4, label Saddlehorn Bend and show right-of-way subject to engineering approval. And point of information, any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense. And that is the consent agenda.
So basically what this one is doing is just taking about an acre and a half out of this large tract and adding it to the property that their home is on, just to make it a bigger lot that they live on. Any questions? Okay.
All right.
The only other thing we had to discuss, y'all, is in the changes that went on in the planning department, we failed to complete the one Decatur review as far as, well, it was completed by the committee, but the committee never presented it to the planning commission for acceptance, and then the planning commission needs to present it to the city council. So later this week, the planning department's going to send you an electronic copy of the 2020 One Decatur review for everyone on the commission to get a chance to review it. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call about it. But this is just a formality to present the review of the One Decatur plan. And then after we accept it next month, we will in turn present it to the city council. There's not really a written deadline. It's something we try to do once a year, and I think the year before last we presented it to the council in March, and it was completed. We completed it the end of March. It just sort of one of those things that fell through the crack. And it's understandable, there's a lot of things going on and a lot of change, and trying to keep up with what's going on, with the turnover that we had in the planning department. So we'll take that up next month.
So Ken, has there been any material changes to the plan?
No, it's just some updates on things that were completed in 2020. And if you remember, year before last, we had the original comments, and we had comments for 2019. And now each action item, if there was something completed on that action, it'll say 2020 comments. So, you can just, if you just want to see what changed in 2020, you just flip through and read the comments that say 2020. The committee is still intact, still we missed a couple of months that the committee didn't meet, but we did meet last month, and we will meet again next month. So it's still on a monthly basis, to constantly review the plan, and keep it updated.
Plus, some of it is with what Kent was saying, go through and show what has been accomplished in each area, like quality of place was one section. And so it will show the relevant things that have been completed in the past year, just so we can kind of know that we're staying on course.
And there's been a significant amount of completions to the one Decatur plan. Now, everybody knows that, I mean, the city works off the plan, a lot of other places, I know the chamber talks about the plan a lot. So the plan is being worked, in my opinion. It's not just something that was written and put on a shelf. We are following that plan.
And I know the planning department, we refer to it in each zoning and each thing we're doing to just try to make sure that it has some consistency.
Right. So unless anybody else has any questions or comments, we should check back in about 25 minutes.
Okay.
All right, guys? Yes, sir.
Thank you.
This being the time and place for the regular scheduled meeting of the City of Decatur Planning Commission, I'd like to call us to an order. Please call the roll.
Commissioner Lawrence.
Here.
Commissioner Borden.
Here.
Commissioner Tate.
Here,
Commissioner Ard. Commissioner Wynn. Commissioner Temple.
Here.
Commissioner Burrows.
here,
Commissioner Culpepper. Commissioner Pike.
I just hear 4.
5.
Okay.
Wynn, dude.
All right. Okay, we do have 5, so we do have a quorum. The conduct of this meeting will be subject to restrictions implemented to comply with the social separation requirements during the current crisis. We are considering items that have been recommended to be essential by the Technical Review Committee, a subcommittee of the Planning Commission. In the chamber today, the seats have been marked to ensure that no one is closer than 6 feet to anyone else in both the board area and the audience. This requirement will be strictly enforced. Provisions have been made for the public to view the meeting and to ask questions. If you wish to make any comments about any case, we ask that you email now at planning@decatur-al.gov. That is planning@decatur-al.gov. So if you have a comment that you would wish to make to anything we're hearing today, I ask that you go ahead and send that email to us now so that we will have it when we review that case. If for some reason it comes in a few minutes afterwards, we'll take it up and go back to that. Okay, do we have any corrections or additions to the minutes of last month's meeting? Okay, if not, do we have a motion to accept the minutes?
Motion to approve.
We have a motion by Mr. Borden. Do we have a second?
second,
Second by Mr. Temple. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
aye,
Anyone? Anyone opposed? Okay, the minutes from last month have been accepted. Okay, the format for this meeting is as follows. A representative from the planning department will read each case being presented to the commission today. The first part of today's meeting is a public hearing for these items. Preliminary plats. This is the second step of a subdivision process and will have construction plans included. Then we have minor plats. Minor plats are those that have more than 3 lots, direct access to public service, and a topo provided for review. Each item will be read separately and then voted on after comments and discussions. So if you're here and wish to make a comment after the case is read, I'll ask if anybody wants to speak. And you can come forward and you state your name and address and make your comments for or against the case that's being requested. If you're not present, like I said, if you'll send us an email, that email will be read aloud during the case as well. Okay, I'd like to make a motion that all the items on the agenda for today are essential and minimal to the continuing function of our community as recommended by the Technical Review Committee. So I made the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, it's seconded by Mr. Borden. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
aye,
Any opposed? Okay. Now we will move into the public hearing portion of the meeting.
We do have Commissioner Wynn.
Do what?
Commissioner Wynn has just joined.
Okay, okay. So Mr. Wynn just came in, so now we have 6 commissioners in the meeting. Okay, if you'll go ahead with the first.
All right, the first item is Aldi Incorporated Center. It's approximately 9.07 acres, currently zoned M1A. The applicant is Aldi Incorporated. It's located at 1413 Glen Street Southwest, although we will be changing that to 1413 Beltline Road. The request is layout and preliminary approval to create 2 lots of 3.26 and 5.81 acres separated by a 50-foot right-of-way. The proposed land use is grocery store. The one Decatur future land use is community commercial. One Decatur street typology, Beltline Road Southwest is a principal arterial. There are two conditions to be met. One, application and adjacent property owner letter fees. And two, DU request a 50-foot easement along the southern property line, it's 225 feet. 3 points of information. Any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense. May need to post a bond for completion of public improvements, Aldi Way, and the current address is on Glen Street Southwest, but applicant is seeking a Beltline address, which has been given.
Okay, is there anyone from the public who would like to speak to this case? Okay, if not, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve?
And we have a motion by Mr. Borden. We need a second.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Tate. Any comments or questions from anyone on the commission? Okay, please call the roll.
Commissioner Lawrence.
Yes.
Commissioner Borden.
Yes.
Commissioner Tate.
Yes.
Commissioner Wynn.
Yes.
Commissioner Temple.
Yes.
Commissioner Burrows.
Yes.
Okay, so this request has been approved. Next case, please.
All right, the next case is Indian Hills Estates, 27.37 acres, currently zoned Ag 1. Applicant is Pew Wright McAnally for Burning Tree Valley Associates. It's located east of Indian Hills Road Southeast at the intersection with Burning Tree Valley Drive Southeast. The request is for layout and final approval of minor plat. The one Decatur future land use is residential low density. The one Decatur street typology, Indian Hills Road Southeast is an urban collector. Burning Tree Valley Drive Southeast is a local street. There are 4 conditions to be met. 1 is recording fees. 2 is add plat note stating that further subdivision will be subject to city sewer ordinance. The Joe Wheeler Electric needs 20-foot easement on either side of power poles along Indian Hills Road Southeast. And the 4th is show Willow Bend right-of-way where possible, distance from pavement, per engineering approval. 3 points of information. Any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense. This plat was tabled from last month, and large flow permitting required over 12 bedrooms. Okay?
Okay, is there anyone from the public who wishes to speak to this case? Yes, ma'am, if you'll step forward. Like I said, state your name and address.
Kent, will she be coming here?
Yes, she'll be
Okay.
coming there, so you just need to go to that seat over there.
I'm Patricia Schaefer. You want me to take this off?
You can if you wish.
Okay. I live at 2903 Willow View Trail, southeast. The reason I'm here, I'm above the subdivision you're doing. On my property, I have a sinkhole, and it's getting wider and wider, and it's not bothering me, but I do not know if it's going to bother any of the property below because I don't know where it ends in dumps.
Okay,
And I thought you needed to know that.
okay. Thank you very much. Anyone else wish to speak?
Do we want to give another minute or anything?
Yeah, why don't we give a minute in case somebody sends an email in.
What did she say,
She,
Ken?
Frances, she owns the property behind this, and she said that on her property, there's a sinkhole, and that it is getting larger, and it's not bothering her. She just wanted to make sure that we were aware that it was there.
Oh, okay.
You know, I don't know that we do anything with that. The property owner which I know they have a representative online now, so they would be aware of it now as well.
Okay.
You right, online.
Yes, sir, Richard. I believe is on
Richard
the
is.
list.
Richard?
Yes, sir, we're here.
You heard that?
Yes, sir, we heard that. I'm aware of that. Thank you.
Okay.
Been long enough?
2, 1, done.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
And a second?
Second.
All right, second by Mr. Borden, motion by Mr. Borden, second by Mr. Wynn, is that correct?
Correct.
All right. Any comments or questions from anyone on the commission? Hey, please call the roll.
Commissioner Lawrence.
Yes.
Commissioner Borden.
Yes.
Commissioner Tate.
Yes.
Commissioner Wynn.
Yes.
Commissioner Temple.
Yes.
Commissioner Burrows.
Yes.
Okay, so that has been approved. Okay, the next part of the meeting is the consent agenda. This is the part of the agenda that the planning commission has the final decision and does not require a public hearing. These items are read together and voted on as a group. And the same thing, if you wish to speak to any one of those after they've all been read, you will be given an opportunity to come forward and speak. Or if anybody is sending an email in, now's the time to do that pertaining to any of these 3 requests.
All right. First item is certificate to consolidate 3500-20. It's 2.19 acres. It's currently zoned M1A. The applicant is Gonzalez Strength and Associates for Whataburns Real Estate. It's located at 1621 Beltline Road Southwest. The request is consolidation of 2 lots of .57 acres and 1.61 acres into 1 lot of 2.19 acres. Proposed land use is commercial. The one Decatur future land use is community commercial. One Decatur street typology, Beltline Road Southwest is principal arterial. Longview Drive Southwest is an urban collector. There are 4 conditions to be met. Need letter requesting consolidation, need copy of deed, need recording fees, and need a signed and sealed survey. Any relocation, 2 points of information. Any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense. And D, you will contact Gonzalez Strength and Associates about grease interceptors. Okay. The next item is a certificate to consolidate 3501-20. It's 1.59 acres. It's currently zoned M1. The applicant is Pewright McAnally for Mitchell Kelly and Hudson Maurice Moody. It's located at 1920 Central Parkway Southwest. The request is a consolidation of 3 lots of .48, .12, and .99 acres into 1 lot of 1.59 acres. Proposed land use is commercial. The one Decatur future land use is flex employment center and neighborhood commercial. The one Decatur street typology, Central Parkway Southwest, is a minor arterial. There's 5 conditions to be met. Need signed letter requesting consolidation. We need a signed and sealed survey. Number 3, need recording fees. 4, a 10-foot easement for DU poles on south property line where poles are present. 5, show right-of-way for Central Parkway per engineering approval. There's 1 point of information. Any relocation utilities will be at the owner's expense. All right, and the final item is certificate to consolidate 3502-20. This is 121.34 acres. It's currently zoned R2 and Ag 1. The applicant is Pew Wright McAnally for Peak Properties and Fred and Stacy Vingrowski. It's located at 4010 Saddlehorn Bend Southwest to Central Avenue Southwest. The request is adjust lot lines of two lots of 119.88 and 1.46 acres into two lots of 118.26 and 3.08 acres. The one Decatur future land use is mixed neighborhood, one Decatur street typology. Saddlehorn Bend Southwest is a local street. Central Avenue Southwest is a minor arterial. There's 4 conditions to be met. 1, need signed letter requesting subdivision for all owners. 2, need signed and sealed survey. 3, need recording fees. 4, label Saddlehorn Bend and show right-of-way subject to engineering approval. 1 point of information, any relocation utilities will be at the owner's expense.
Okay, anyone in the public that wishes to make a comment by email, now's the time to be sending that email. Or anyone present that would like to speak to this case, any of these 3 cases?
Ask a question.
Yes, ma'am, you sure may.
Gibson.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I just do it here or can I get it up there?
You can sit right there, you just need to state your name and address. I think everybody can hear
Okay,
you.
my name is Casey Beans. I live at 4705 Loblolly Drive in the Burning Tree Valley subdivision. This is just a simple question of what is Pew Wright and then BTV associates? What is the connection or?
They're the engineering firm that's doing the survey.
And they were hired by the BTV
That's right.
Association?
That's right. And BTV is Burning Tree Valley Association.
Right.
They're the property owners. So they hired Pew Wright McAnally to survey this property.
Okay. Now, these property owners goes back to the origin of this neighborhood? Is that an understanding?
If you're talking about Burning Tree Valley, yes, ma'am, it's the same people that developed Burning Tree Valley
Okay.
on this property. That's correct.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay? You're welcome. Everyone on the line, did you hear her okay?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Okay, was that, Francis, did you say you couldn't hear her?
Right.
She was, her question was, who owns the property and what is Pew Wright McAnally's part in it? And I just explained to her, who the owner is and what they do.
Okay.
Okay, so do we have any emails?
No, sir.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve these 3 requests?
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Mr. Borden, second by Mrs. Tate. Any comments or questions from anyone on the commission? Okay, please call the roll.
Commissioner Lawrence,
Yes.
Commissioner Borden,
Yes.
Commissioner Tate,
Yes.
Commissioner Wynn,
Yes.
Commissioner Temple,
Yes.
Commissioner Burrows.
Yes.
Okay, so all 3 of these are approved. If there's no other business to be brought before us today, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion.
Hey, motion by Mr. Temple. All in favor, state aye.
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 Any opposed?
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Thanks.
Thank y'all.
Take care, guys.